The term scapegoating arises from the book of Leviticus in the Bible, where the priest would take a goat and perform a ritual over the head of the goat and cast the goat out into the wilderness to bear the weight of the sins and shame of the people in the village. And so scapegoating has been around for thousands of years. Now, scapegoating, not only do we do it to ourselves, but it can then extend into our families, into our workplaces, and into society as a whole. It's when we don't take responsibility for the things that we perceive to go wrong in our lives, and instead we cast the blame and the shame onto somebody else for the very things that we perhaps need to look at and heal within ourselves. So let's look at some ways that we do this. Now, if we think about God, our higher power, source, whatever your word is for what is greater than us, then that pure love does not want us to live in guilt and shame or cast guilt and shame onto others. Let's look at some ways that we scapegoat our very own being, our very own vessel and vehicle. Imagine you are a very beautiful car. I don't know, whatever your favourite car is. Let's just say you're a Ferrari, a high value vehicle. This is how God showed it to me, how he wants you to see yourself. If you keep driving that vehicle without ever stopping, you don't clean it, you let anybody in and out of it, and you just park it anywhere, eventually the vehicle's going to get dirty, it's going to get scratched, and the warning lights are going to come on the dashboard because it's not being cared for. You're continually driving it and not taking the best care. Think of your own body and mind as that vehicle. And what happens with us is what we tend to do is when a warning light comes on, we tend to think that we need to get rid of the symptom and banish it, scapegoat it, in fact. And we get into this battle language with our own being. Now, if you were in fact a car and a warning light came on the dashboard when you're driving, then you would probably pull over and get the handbook out and have a look at what could be wrong. And you would soon take it into a garage to have the problem investigated, because you would know if you don't, then that problem could potentially turn into something else that would make the vehicle undrivable or even permanently damaged. So if we think about when our bodies get poorly or we have a warning light, so let's just say you get a cold or you've got some excess weight that you'd like to lose, we tend to use language like, I need to shake off this cold, or I'm struggling to lose weight. We might say, I hate going to the gym, I struggle to go to the gym. And you even hear people say, I'm going to fight against this cancer, or I'm on anti-deep restance. And we use this anti and battle language with ourselves all the time, thinking we need to be banishing our symptoms, when in fact the symptoms are merely the warning light coming on to shine and point the way to tell you that you need to take better care of your vehicle, your vessel. We have been so programmed and conditioned, haven't we, to think this way, to even think about our bodies in such a way that it's me against myself. And we also then progress that into our families, our workplaces and societies, It's this us and them mentality, this illusion that we're all somehow separate beings, when in fact you, yourself, is one whole being, then your family is one whole family, and then your workplace is its own organisation and family, and then society is the human family. And we get divided into this mindset of separation. We use this terminology of battle language, not only against ourselves, but against others too. So let's look at ways that we self-sabotage ourselves using our own language, because if we're not mindful of our words, our spellings, then soon that becomes our reality and our world. I'm fighting off this cold. We can say, I'm nurturing my wellness. I'm battling my weight, to I honour my body's health. I struggle to keep fit becomes I'm growing a little bit stronger each day. Do you see the subtle differences here in our language? And yet it's so easy, isn't it, to use this battle language against our own cells in our body. It's just simple mindset shifts that can change our thinking to more positive words, more nurturing words. Because when we do the inner work to become more peaceful with ourselves within, then we become more of who we need to be each and every day. And with that, we are better able to serve others. We stop speaking in words of conflict and we begin speaking in words of alignment and nurture and unity and love, not only for ourselves, but love and compassion towards others too. And have a think about how you can shift that language to more positive, self-nurturing words for not only yourself, but in order to serve others too. And if you liked this video, then do give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you thought in the comments. God bless, and wishing you a wonderful week ahead.